Mozart's 39th Symphony is his greatest symphony. Of course, so is his 41st Symphony, so is his 40th Symphony, so is a handful of others, whichever one you're listening to. This is one of those works that just bowls you over. He composed it in the summer of 1788. It was one of his three last symphonies. They really represent a leap forward in his own work and in music history. They created the template for the symphony for the 19th century. Why did he compose them? There's no record of when or where they were premiered, whether he ever heard these pieces. There are many theories. The romantic thought is that he simply had a creative compulsion, that his career was actually in a slump. He didn't have the commissions that he wished he had, and he had these ideas, and finally he could compose whatever he wanted because he didn't have to please a particular customer. And so it's very tempting to adopt the romantic notion that given the chance to compose exactly what he wanted, he really did reach a new level in the symphonic form, pushed his voice into new areas. And actually, listen to these pieces, it's pretty compelling to accept that notion. They are somehow different from all the symphonies that he did write on commissions. The first movement begins with a truly majestic introduction that leads into some of the most propulsive, virile music Mozart ever composed. The second movement has a very simple, deceptively simple theme that leads us almost unawares into very intense emotional territory. It makes me think of the Magic Flute with its simple story, its simple characters who go into the most terrifying emotional situations. The third movement is a minuet that you could never possibly hope to dance to. It's really a minuet for the gods. The trio, that is the central section of the minuet, is distinguished by a beautiful solo for the principal clarinet. The clarinet, of course, was a favorite instrument of Mozart's, which he helped introduce into the symphony orchestra, and here he takes full advantage of it. The last movement is an overwhelming rush of musical joy. It's one of those movements that just pins you to the back of your seat. It acknowledges, like all of Mozart's great music, the dark side of life. It's not all sweetness and light, but that's what makes its brilliance so impressive.